before you ever think about having a child, make sure that you are in good shape. Because trust me, when you start having 1, 2, 3 kids, you start bloating. And that is how you keep blowing and blowing and blowing up. And down the line, you cannot even recognize your own self. Hello, ladies. Hello, gents. Thank you for being here today. My name is Mira Skinner, and you know I do not take your presence here for granted. If this is the first time you're watching me, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. That way you do not miss any uploads. If you're coming back for the second, third, fourth, fifth time, welcome and thank you very much for sticking out with me. So, onto this video, we are going to be talking about practical tips on how to level up your 20s and beyond. This is a sequel of a video that I actually did, how to level up in your 20s. I'm going to link it up below, no, above. That way you can go ahead and watch whenever you're done with this video. This is not only for your 20s. I know the caption says that, but this is something that you can do even in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. So we are going to dive right in. But before that, we gotta level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion.
I am super excited today. I do not know why. So let's dive right in, guys. The first practical tip is to be disciplined. Yes, I know that you have heard that over and over and over again, but this is something that it is the bond, it is the glue that glues every little bit and pieces of your life together. It is the foundation of things, and you need to be disciplined to be able to get all that you have set out for your life. You know, when you're disciplined, you're able to get many stuff done because your work is your bond. It's like saying something and sticking to it. Because someone who is disciplined, when they say something right, they always follow through no matter what, except in cases where they get an emergency or something, but then they always find ways to work around it so that they stick to being disciplined. And if you notice, people that are disciplined have integrity. So you have to make sure that you are disciplined. You have to make sure that you make this as the foundation, because yes, it is. It is that glue that will glue every nook and cranny in your life together. The second practical tip is for you to plan. Because like they say, if you fail to plan right, therefore you plan to fail. I know you've heard this several times. But yes, when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. The way I do it is like I have a journal, and I also have a planner. A journal is for me to write my thoughts, right? Because there's sometimes that you sit in your quiet space and things just keep flowing and flowing. But if you don't write it down, then you forget. But my journal, I use it to be able to write the things that I need to do for the day. And at the end of each day, I go check it to make sure what I did and what I did not do. And I have noticed that when I plan out my day, right, and it happens that I don't go through with what I said I would do, I find myself feeling cranky and feeling unfulfilled. So you have to plan and make sure that you are planning to do things that you know that you can do. You understand? Start small and build from there, because you have to go incrementally. You don't have to just start by writing all those things that you want to do for that day, and at the end of the day you're crashing. So you want to start small, especially if you are not used to planning before. This is something that you have to incorporate into your lifestyle. This is not only for your 20s. This is something that every one of us need to do. That way we can be fulfilled. That way we can do all the things we were called to do and beyond. The third point, right, and I'm going to lay emphasis on this one, is not to care what people think about you. This may sound so little, but it is profound. Just the same, what will people think, is what has caused too many people to die without fulfilling their dreams, to die without becoming all that they were called to become, to die without fulfilling their purpose that God created them to be on this earth for. That is why you see that People always say that the grave is the richest place. Why? Because people have died with that master's degree. There are master's degree in there, there are associate degrees in there, there are ideas that people had that could change other people's life, but they did not go ahead and execute those because they were thinking solely on what people will think about them and how people will see them. People do not care that much the way we think. You have to get up and do the things that you want to do with your life. You have to make that decision to do it and forget about what people are always saying. There is this girl called Lori Harvey. She is a total example of not caring about what people say. There is a buzz about her going on in the internet, but this girl, no matter what you say about her, no matter what you think, no matter what you say, the internet may be crashing. The internet may be talking about her doing anything, but she doesn't even lift a finger. She doesn't even say, okay. There is nothing. She doesn't respond to anyone. It doesn't matter whether you call her a hoe. It doesn't matter whether you call her whatever name that you label her. It's none of her business. Because she has mastered the art of not caring what people think. And she's going about her business while other people are talking and wasting their own lives. You understand? So there is a thing or two every one of us can learn from her. Every one of us, there is a thing or two that we can learn from her. When you stop caring about what people are saying about you, then you start excelling. I'm not saying that you should go ahead and live a reckless life because you don't care. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you should focus on you and focus on the things that you want to do with yourself. What people think about you is not your business, but their business. Because when you stop thinking about what people think about you, then you start living life on your terms. You start living a purposeful life. Number 4 point is to start making healthier choices. Start working out. You understand? Say, for example, you're the kind of person that eats 3 meals in a day. In the morning, you could have a meal replacement, which is a shake. In the afternoon, you could eat something heavy. In the evening, you could have salad or fruit. Whichever way you want to do that, but just start trying to make healthier choices. The reason I am saying this, and this is especially for women, because sometimes we tend to not like the way we look. It is a fact. It is not because you have low self-esteem or anything. It's just that you think and you believe that you can look better, right? So before you ever think about having a child, make sure that you are in good shape. Because trust me, when you start having 1, 2, 3 kids, you start bloating. And that is how you keep blowing and blowing and blowing up. And down the line, you cannot even recognize your own self. And to lose that weight, aka baggage, it is so difficult. It is really so difficult. I've been trying to lose 10 pounds in forever. So you really need to know that before you start having kids, yes, just make sure that you're in shape. That way you can snap back real fast, because some of us, our problems is love handles. Some of us, our problems is fupa. Do you know what fupa is? Fat over the pubic area? Yeah. You just get that one that is a stubborn fat that is going nowhere. No matter how much you work it out, it's going nowhere. It's just staring at you in the face all the time. So make sure that earlier on in life, you start making healthier choices. It is so important. I cannot overemphasize this. This takes us to the next point, which is dating in your 20s. As a woman, you need to understand that you are the prize. Do not try to fit into where God has called you to stand up. Because most of us today, especially ladies in their 20s, they try to fit in just because they feel like this man is the only man that's ever going to be for them. So they start doing things that they really don't feel comfortable enough doing just because they want to stick to that person. Do not fit in. Always make sure that you stand up. You blossom like who you are, because yes, you are a pearl, and yes, you are the prize. And for men, yes, do not fit in where you're supposed to stand up. Because a woman can drain you to a point where you no longer recognize yourself. So you have to make sure that when dating in your 20s, date in such a way that you are fulfilled. Be with someone that you know is adding on to you, not draining you or taking away from you. Last but not the least, be very intentional and mindful about the energy that you put out there, because your energy, the way you react with people, is very important. Note that not every action requires a reaction. There are some times that no matter what is being thrown at you, you just shrug it and keep going. That way you're going to avoid too many problems, and always carry yourself like a lady, because being a lady never goes out of style. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Do not forget to hit the notification bell. That way you know when new videos are being uploaded. Stay tuned for the next video, and please tell me down in the comments below what you want to see next on the channel. We are in this together, and together we're going to ride and ride and ride. Thank you guys, and have a fab one. Bye.